You've seen the photos of the Lions IT director in an RV outside general manager Bob Quinn's house during the draft, making sure all of those draft selections went smoothly. But how did things come together on the other side for the team staff and media covering the draft? Well, this is where I worked draft night, watching the draft unfold from this couch and then moving over to my home studio for video conference interviews and our virtual draft party presented by Miller Lite. It took a whole lot of people to make it happen though, so let's take a look into some of the living rooms that brought draft night into your living room, starting with the one that made all of the videos filmed here come to life.
In order to produce and create a lot of our live content, especially the virtual draft party, I created a control room here from my apartment living room. So what you see is you have two laptops, two external monitors, the live stream, which allows us to kind of cut, edit, and produce a lot of our content, and then the TV on in the background as well that had the draft.
We worked very closely with social, new media, and video throughout the draft, helping put together live graphics to use on our social feeds. So myself and two other designers were all working from home. This happens to be my setup. Watching the draft, and then obviously executing the graphics on the other end. So Dom would be putting together live graphics, Josh was pulling photos and editing those for follow-up content, and then I would work on swaps and wallpapers.
Over the course of draft weekend, our staff was responsible for facilitating all of the media availability that took place with General Manager Bob Quinn and each of our draft picks. Given the circumstances, we were able to incorporate video conferencing technology as well as typical phone conference calls to introduce our draft picks and hold virtual press conferences with General Manager Bob Quinn at the end of each day of the draft, as well as an introductory press conference with Jeff Okuda. Aside from that, our staff was helpful in preparing notes and information that were given to our various social media platforms to help promote our players and introduce the newest Lions to our fans.
One thing, my 12-year-old son Connor got a chance to kind of listen in on some of those calls and kind of watch me work, which was fun. And I think it was fun for him to, listen to Jeff Okuda on the phone and get an understanding of, kind of what Dad does and why he's working late on those draft nights. But just in terms of an operation standpoint, it really wasn't different.
The video stuff is what added. I had more video responsibilities than I've had before. And by that I mean the stuff that I had to sort of post myself. And Derek Heitman and John Bondegard and that crew, kind of walked me through slowly, using Zoom, hitting the screen right here. I'll show you. Don't do this. Don't do that. Try to do this, okay? And try and get it straight and all that. And so that kind of stuff was a little different, but I finally got the hang of it. And it added, like I said before, it added a different dimension to everything. But to me, it was sort of like another day at work, but a little different day at work.